for me, I have been torn between two. So there was three. There was DistroKid, but I've decided just not to go down that route. So I am thinking between Cdbaby and TUNECORE. So these two guys work differently. So Cdbaby, these guys will take, I think it's 9% of all the money that you make from your music. And in terms of the money that they want up front, it's a one-off payment. So for your album, it's a one-off payment, and then for a single, it's a one-off payment. Where with TUNECORE, what they do is it's a yearly subscription. So what they do is they've got a certain pricing for a single and an album, and then you pay that every single year. So TUNECORE, right, okay. So they're saying sell your music worldwide, get your music on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music and Tidal, Google Play, Amazon Music, TikTok, blah blah blah. Now the reason you have to use, now you don't have to, but the reason that I'm using an online distributor is I've not got the time to get myself on Spotify, iTunes, Apple. These guys do it all for you. You upload your track and then they automatically get you in all these places. And the good thing there in terms of Spotify, they put your track up, then obviously using the Spotify artist app, then you claim that profile and then you can see all of your analytics and stuff like that. So again, keep 100% of the sales revenue from the music you distribute. So if you're somebody that's thinking, no, what, I'm quite big, I've got quite a big following, I'm going to have quite a lot of people buying this record. Know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go with TUNECORE, and I'm going to pay the 50 quid a year for the album, because know what? I'm going to make more than that in my royalties. So let's see. So how to sell your music online. So again, you've got all the main point. Again, YouTube as well can help you monetize your records on YouTube as well. Let's see. TUNECORE has paid out 1.5 billion to artists. I don't doubt that. With TUNECORE, what you actually do get is you get a really good sales data, so your analytics are actually quite detailed, so you can see like what's been streamed, what's been taken in, and again, look, collect revenue on YouTube, Instagram and Facebook. That's cough. So when you give users on two of the most popular social media platforms permission to use your songs and their uploaded content, you can earn revenue from that. So they can help you get that money back. Same with YouTube, it helps you monetize the money. Again, for a one-time fee, you can register unlimited tracks, and YouTube's Content ID system will find any ad revenue owed to you. So for example, if you go on like Rick Beato stuff, they've got blockers in there. So if Rick Beato like wanted to use a certain band, then he's going to struggle, because then he has to pay whatever he needs to pay to then put their music in his record, and then it'll get blocked. Some people don't, some people do, but normally, like if one of my songs were to get onto a YouTuber's video, then I can get the royalties from that, and they'll help me recoup that. So it does it all for you. And again, like, promote your music on social media. Like, there's an analytics side of it. So look, there's SoundCloud. Look, so that's like how many plays you've had on SoundCloud, YouTube, say it was Spotify. So it's quite good to see a breakup. Look, there's like the traction you've had from Twitter, Instagram. So it is a really good social marketing tool, because these online distributors actually push you as well. So these guys help you to get yourself out there, and I'm pretty sure that from the research that I've done, TUNECORE actually are better for pushing artists. Here it is. So discover new artists and music with curated playlists featuring TUNECORE artists, so you become a TUNECORE artist. Plus, coming soon, TUNECORE distribution artists will have the ability to pitch themselves for placement in official TUNECORE playlists. So again, it's all about the playlists. I've got Spotify, and having a playlist is the main point of it. I mean, I've got an indie playlist, I've got a mellow playlist, I've got a 60s playlist, a blues playlist, a rock playlist, and it is a really good tool to kind of go through. And again, I like the thing where it'll say fans of this artist may like blah blah blah, and you go, I forgot about that band. No, what? I wonder who that. But why? I wonder why they've told me that I might like this this band or this artist. I'll have one click, have a listen. That's quite right. Oh, no, what I'll do, I'll save their album or I'll stick it on a separate playlist. Just have it as new music and stuff like that. So for people finding new artists as well, it's dead easy. And if TuneCore can help you get in certain playlists and kind of promote you in whatever way they can, then that's going to help you in music. So let's look at the subscription plans. So starter for free, post and schedule, Instagram, photo editor, right? So you get that for free. If you go to the pro plan, which is £8 a month, 10% off. So what's that? So it'll be $8, $86, right? So what would that be? Probably a £5 a month in Scotland or Britain. Post and schedule, let's see. Social engagement analytics. Compare social accounts with comparative reporting. Right, okay. So from the looks of it, for you to get you do. You get the social engagement right? So what are you actually getting more? Right, so you're getting photo editing. Right, okay. Compare social accounts with comparative reporting, historical trend reporting. Is that worth £8 a month? I don't know. So that's kind of what TuneCore can offer you. Pricing. Right, let's go into the pricing structure. So TuneCore pricing structure. So here we go, distribution. This is how much it would cost you to release a single or an album. So in this case, I'm going to be releasing a single every single month. So think of it this way. If I do that kind of that plan where I'm going to release a single every month and then release an album, I'm going to be $10. So what's that? About £8, £7 or something? Like every single year. It does. The problem is, if you stop paying your subscription, your songs come out of distribution, come out of Spotify, come out of YouTube, whatever they've put your music on, they take that all away and you cannot get it back. You start from scratch. So you've got to make sure that your subscriptions are up to date. And then look at this. So it's like, you go, so $30 for an album. So you'd be $30 for your album for the rest of your life, but it's $50 each following year. So you imagine that you're doing singles first. So say like if I was to do it this way and do TuneCore, so a single would be $9.99. Call it $10, right? So think about it. I release 5-6 singles, then an album. That's going to be $60. Then I'm going to be, right, take that away, right? Because that's going to be $50, right? For every following year. There's $110 every single year that I'm paying. Every single year. Okay, I'm not perfect. I'm getting the money from the royalties. How confident am I that I'm going to make that money? Am I going to make that $110 back and I have to pay that every single year? And trust me, that's a big hit for somebody because it's going to come out at the same time probably. And before you know it, you're like, all right, okay, I've got to have this $110. Guess what? You're having a bad month, $110 comes out at a certain point of the year and you don't have it, your music gets taken away. I don't like that. That adds up quite a bit. So, let's see, other services, right, always down the bottom. TuneCore Social, an extra $8 a month. YouTube, one-time fee. So let's see, learn more about that. Make money from YouTube. So if you want to monetize stuff from YouTube, get the money you deserve whenever your sound recordings are played. So whenever any of your music is played across YouTube, you'll get money back. However, you have to pay $10 one-time fee. It's actually not too bad, to be fair. No, I didn't look closely. I thought that was like per month, and I was like, okay, there you go, another like thing. So I suppose $10 isn't that bad to get all your money from YouTube and stuff. Publishing, $75. Music publishing administration. There we go. There's the boring stuff. Now, register unlimited songs worldwide. Monetize YouTube. Haha. So there always is a clause sitting behind and that they don't want you to see. So sync licensing opportunities, keep 100% of your copyrights. So every stream, every cover, every radio spin, no matter where your original music has been played, you deserve your royalties. TuneCore, together with Centric's write-up technology, has direct memberships. Right, okay, get your music in TVs and more. Right, okay. So you're imagine I'm doing it, right? 6 singles in an album, $110 a year. And then I want to obviously get my royalties. So I'm $110 a year to basically get my music out there onto the streaming platforms. And then I've got to pay $10 to get my money from YouTube. I've got to pay $8 if I want to get the social aspect. And then I've got the publishing side of it, where I've got to do it because it's a one-time fee, but still a lot of money. Still $75. What's that, like 60, 55 pound or whatever it is in British pounds? So you're over 50 quid easy. So like in British pounds, you're now over £100. So your first payment would be £75. Well, let's see, right? So let's do it in dollars. 75, 85, 95. So your first payment would be 95. You only need to pay these ones once, a one-time fee. But still, it adds up, and you've got to pay these every single year. So you build up, album, boom. They want that money every year. Distribution credits, right, okay. Waiting to finish your upcoming album, look to save with bulk distribution, consider purchasing distribution credits, save money by buying multiple credits at once, and they never expire, so they'll always be available for you when you distribute your next release. You would basically say, right, I know I'm going to release 5 singles, so I'm going to basically pay for that up front, and I'll save 10%. Like $5, it's like... and you still got to pay that yearly. You're still paying that every single year. Even still, like, imagine you were to pay 20 singles up front. Like, 14%. Like, come on, it's not that good. Oh, ringtones, my god, that's expensive. Wow. And if you were doing 20 albums, my god, that would do you for like the rest of your life. Right, okay, so that's TuneCore. So I'm not a thing where I'm basically just, I'd probably listen to a bash TuneCore, but what I'm now going to do is I'm now going to go into Cdbaby. They're quite close, but they do have like different negatives and positives. So same thing, digital music distribution, distributes to TikTok, so again, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, 150 plus, same as TuneCore, so again, Google Play, Amazon, Deezer, Shazam. As you can see, their site isn't as transparent as TuneCore's, but it does the same thing. So let's look at the positive, what they're saying. So your music everywhere, one price. So as I said, I would only be, so again, it's roughly the same price. Look at 20. So right, so if I was to go TuneCore, I go $29 for the first year, and then $49 every year after that. Or I could just go $29 per album all the time, one-off payment. That's it, done. I could release another album next year and I'll still be £29. So $9.95 per single. And look at that. When this is really good. And whenever we add a new retail partner, your music will be delivered free of charge. Go live on iTunes and Apple Music in just a few days. That's a good turnaround. A lot of the online distributors take a while. A few days, that's what you're talking about. Being one of the oldest and most trusted independent distributors means we can get your music selling online faster than anyone else. We are a preferred Apple content provider and can get your music on iTunes and Apple Music in just a few short days. That's good. Obviously, you have to get final approval, but I quite like that. Detailed accounting and free iTunes trending reports. So again, it's the analytics side of it. I've been told that the analytics side is actually a little bit better than the TuneCore. They're quite similar, but they give you the information that they need to give you. Let's see. I guess really simple, isn't it? Right, okay. So let's see what we need to know. They do cover song licensing as well, so that's like a one-off payment. So again, if you're going to be releasing, so for example, you have a song that is somebody else's, and the royalties and the cut and the copyright is still hasn't expired. So what you can do is you could then be part of this, pay like whatever, I can't remember how much it is, but you could pay to then have that song on your album and not worry about all of the copyright infringements. They kind of do all that for you. So look, before you distribute a cover song, you need to secure the proper mechanical license. Go here to license your next covering song. Cdbaby will no longer licenses cover songs directly, but we will continue to support and pay mechanical royalties for all tracks that were previously licensed through. Right, okay. So you can still get this, you can cover like that side of it. CD distribution. So they can put your CDs in record stores. So let's see, CD sales are still an important sources of income for musicians. Is it? I can't remember the last time I bought a CD. You're not offering CDs for your fans, you're missing out on sales. With Cdbaby, your music will be available in over 15,000 record stores worldwide. That's good. Obviously, they want you to sell on the Cdbaby, but nobody does that. But you can get yourself in stores. So if you have your album stuff, like your album covers and stuff like that, they could do all that for you. So that's a big benefit if you want to get your songs in record stores. So let's see, digital online distribution. Covers, so CD distribution, sell music on Cdbaby, so you can sell music on Cdbaby, CD. Right, okay, boost your income. This is the stuff that's really important. So Cdbaby Pro Publishing, so make more money with music publishing. So if you write original music but don't have a publishing administrator, you're leaving money on the table. Cdbaby Pro Publishing will help you collect all the royalties you owed worldwide. So TuneCore do the exact same thing, and you pay like $75 one-off payment. So let me see, this is what they will help you to collect. So all mechanical royalties from streaming services. So every time your song is streamed, you'll get that money for every single stream. All international mechanical royalties. So like if you sell a song on iTunes, you'll get that mechanical royalty put to your bank. And there's different options. So you can do PayPal or you could do it direct into your bank. All performance royalties. Radio, TV, so if you get your song on, basically if anybody performs your song, you can get the performance royalties for that. YouTube publishing royalties, so again you don't have to pay an extra fee to monetize your YouTube stuff. So again, if somebody plays your song on YouTube, you'll get that money under the same pro publishing side of it, and hundreds of other sources of songwriting and publishing royalties from around the world. So they sort out all of your if you're a songwriter, they're sorting out all of your royalties for you. Basically, that's your publisher. So when you sign up for Cdbaby Pro administration, we will affiliate you as a songwriter. So you get put into the PRO, ASCAP, BMI. So that's kind of where you're getting all your copyright sorted. This can take up to 3 months, I've found. So you might find that they do say on Cdbaby that you can get your music into Amazon, and then there was something that I read in the support section where it stated that if you're not with the performing rights organisations like ASCAP and BMI, then it can take 3 months. I think if you are with BMI and ASCAP, then you could get onto Amazon within 3 days or 5 days or whatever it is, or in a week. So it can take a little bit longer for Amazon because they've got to set you up, and it can take up to 3 months. So register songs. So with royalty collections societies around the world, again, doing all the hard work for you. Collect all the performance royalties you owed worldwide. Collect all your worldwide mechanical royalties for streams and international downloads. So that's a really good thing. That was one of the main things that kind of swayed me towards Cdbaby, was the publishing side of it. I just kind of felt that it was, you were covered quite a lot more, and probably the reason that they do this is because they're making money from you, so they want you to succeed, because the more that you succeed, then the more money they get from you. All I want to do is to get more people. Think of it as an investment. But if you get greedy and you go, oh well, like I don't want to give that money away, well, you can do that, but it's one of those things where you've got to invest in yourself. If these guys are going to put you out there and they're going to give you the help to get your money quicker and to push you out there, then they deserve that money. And it's only, and you're not paying it every year. So what you're losing, again with like TUNECORE, you're having to pay that regardless if your songs don't do anything, and you do no streams, and you decide, no, I want the songs out there, but I'm not gigging anymore, and it's not done what I thought I was going to do. You still have to pay it if you want the songs up, but with this you don't need to. So let's see what they're saying. So take the first step. So sign up for a free account. I've done that. Upload music and artist info. I'll need to do that. And again, I'll run you guys through when I do this via Cdbaby. Sell the music, get paid weekly. Simple as that. That's what I like to see. License your music. So license your songs for film, TV, radio, game, and commercial, and that all comes under the Pro Publishing Administration. So again, see like with TUNECORE, how you had to pay an extra $10 on top for like the YouTube side of it. It's just one payment. License your songs for film, TV, video, games, commercials, HBO. So again, it's more of an American thing, Cdbaby. Again, for a British artist, that's again, you're hardly going to probably get on these things, but what you got to remember, if you do, man, if one of your songs get picked up and they do end up on MTV, HBO, NBC, Showtime, this could really help you and get in and break in America. You get one song on like a TV show, like you're kind of sorted. So it's a good thing to have. Once our sync licensing team pitches directly to the world's top music supervisors, plus we have a portal where creators can quickly search for the songs that fits their needs. That's a really good thing for songwriters. So even if like I didn't manage to, as an artist, get myself out there physically, I could still be a songwriter and get somebody come up to me and go, I want to use your song for something. Perfect. I'll make some money off it. And it's still being classed as successful. My song's got a purpose. Cdbaby's music licensing services are a free ad on for all standard and pro releases. So even if you don't go for a pro publishing release, you're still getting that. That's really good. That's to get the license your songs for film, TV, video, and these guys can just pick up your song at any time. That's a really good thing. You'll never lose on an opportunity due to copyright complications, right? So they do the hard work for you. So you've got your music license, right? So that you're getting your music license. That's a big thing. So you're covered there. You know what I mean? You've got them doing the work for you, getting all your royalties for your music. They're pushing your music out there because they're wanting to make money from you, which is fair enough. You've got your music license for TVs and radio and like games. Even think about games. Promote your music. Now look at all this. This is to me another thing that's kind of set Cdbaby apart for what I need them to do. I need somebody to push me out there. TUNECORE have a lot of big artists and they draw people in with that. But I'm new and I need to kind of build up a fan base. I need to get myself out there. So look at this. Promote your music. And promote your Cdbaby album release online instantly. Create a stunning one-page promotion tool for your latest release. Fair enough, right, that's quite good. Again, that's giving you're adding a bit of professionalism there. Look at that, you've got Cdbaby, iTunes, Spotify, so you've got a link for people to listen to your music. That's quite good, I like that. Show.co, real music marketing. Get started for free. My favourite word, free. Real music marketing. Turn casual fans into email subscribers, Spotify followers, YouTube viewers, and more. Launch Spotify pre-save campaign. So I know that's if I want to release my album, for example, and I wanted people to be able to pre-save my album before it comes out. So what happens is, as soon as my album comes out, it goes straight into their playlists, or it goes straight into like their saved download. So it'll be automatically download, and it's there for them, and they get a little notification or whatever it is to say, that album got released today. Here it is there. Oh, there's an album. Totally forgot that was coming out today. Run ads on Rolling Stone, Pitchfork, reach new listeners with Spotify audio ads, premiere a YouTube video, grow your social following, build your email list, reward your fans. Is it for free? Great, if it's for free, happy days. Run audio ads on Spotify, that's good. Target music sites, Rolling Stone, Billboard. Want to spread the word about your release, or to get your message out with digital banners targeted to music fans on major websites. Yeah, that's good. You can't argue with that. Yeah, there's the first offer, pre-save. Get your fans to save your music on Spotify before it's released in Spike. Yeah, so that's what spend and save is. YouTube Premiere, feature your newest YouTube video on a page where you control the experience, boost the view count. That's good. Audience builder, gain followers on social platforms, YouTube, grow your email list, and more by placing a gate in front of almost anything on the web. Right, okay, so I take it they must be getting you to the front of the queue. So they must be like getting you in the algorithm of like the social media platforms. Is it free though? Like, get started for free. I don't know. It could be a really good thing. If it is free, happy days. But that's a lot of work for somebody to do for free. But here, it's another thing to help market you and get you more fans. And if you need to pay for it, pay for it. If it's going to be good enough, good enough. But know what? I didn't know what that was until now, until like you guys are seeing this with me. So internet radio airplay, Cdbaby artists get free internet radio airplay. That's a really good thing. Get guaranteed radio airplay for music fans that already like your style or genre of music. Track your song ratings and learn what resonates with your listeners. In the first week of using radio airplay, your songs will get played to 100 people. That's good. I mean, it's all about the 1%. One out of that 100 people might like it, might turn into a fan, go to your socials, go to Spotify, stick it on a playlist, and then from there they start telling other people about your music. That's good. I like that. That's giving you a free opportunity to get your music out to at least 100 people. How you know that that's definitely happening? I don't know. You just take like their word for it. Custom band merch. Get custom merch that features your band logo or artwork. The newest addition to the Cdbaby family that helps you easily order t-shirts, hoodie, hats and bags customized with your band logo and artwork. That's good, because again, I don't know like what's good to get like merch. 50 custom t-shirts for your fans, $5.99 each. It's your lucky day, is it really? That's good. So at least I know I've got a place where if I want to get merch and like go to people, know what? There you go. Like, there's my name. There's a lyric. Go and buy a hat that says Paul Third on it. Merch. What I like. It'd probably be good for YouTube and stuff like that. So we can like say like for thanks for like they'll do a win up or something and go, look, here's like a t-shirt. It's good promo, I suppose. Like if you can have the album cover or like a lyric, then it's a thing where like people are then spreading the word. Alright, what's that on your shirt? Oh, it's a guy, there's a solo guy just released an album, like I really like it. Yeah, it's free promotion. DIY musician blog. I don't know about that. Alright, okay, no, that's fair enough. So that's again giving you more information. That's quite handy. So again, working at home for dummies and smart people that are social distancing. How we get verified on Amazon Music for artists. Okay, that's fair enough. I get that. That's good little info for you. DIY musician podcasts. Do people still listen to podcasts? I don't know if they do. I suppose this is a podcast, really, isn't it? Because it's like you're kind of watching me go through Google and I'm speaking. So I suppose it actually is a podcast, does it? But nah, right, okay, fair enough. I'm not going to do that. Free musician guides, free again. I like that. Look for tried and true promotion tips. So again, it's giving you more free kind of research. Again, marketing your music, the complete. That's good. Again, it's giving you information that's going to help you to promote your stuff. Because I mean, you can't expect them to do it all, but they are doing quite a lot for you, and that's quite a lot of good things for somebody to have when they're first releasing music. Now, pricing. So let's see what we're looking at. What I like about Cdbaby is that you can choose what you do in terms of the pro. So it's like there's a year with TuneCore, there's a yearly payment, and then there's a one-off payment. Where if you want to do the pro side of it, then it's going to cost you more. So it's a one-off payment. So see, this is where it gets quite close in terms of money, because your one-off payment, right? So if I'm releasing 6 singles, then if you think about it, it was $75. That's a one-off payment. So I'm adding on an extra $20 for every single to get the administration stuff. So to get all that good stuff I just told you there, I've got to like pay more for my single and more, $40 more for my album, which I'm going to do because I want to do this correctly, and it's every month, and if you put that money away, then what is that? It's just a takeaway a month. So I quite like that. So that's $20. So let's see, $20 times 6, $120. So 120 and then 6 singles, so it's 180. So it's cost me $180 to release 6 singles, and it's a one-off payment. I don't need to pay that every year, where with TuneCore I would be, so let's see, 6 singles, and then the one-off payment. So I mean, really, if you think about it, in the first year, it's quite close actually. You're paying a little bit more for Cdbaby, but you're not having to pay that every single year, because 75, 60, yeah, it's close. It's close money wise, but I like the fact that you're getting the total monetization from the pro side of it, and you can do the same with the album. So, and it's not that much. Think about that. Like $30 to like properly release a single and get like all the publishing stuff for it. Like that's really good. And you know, it's a one-off payment. So again, you could decide, do the single, and then if you wanted, do another single 6 months later, do another single another 6 months later, and again, you're only paying $30 at a time, and you're not having to worry about paying that like every single year. And the good thing is, if it's a one-off payment, so if you decide to release one single with them and that's you done, that's your music up for life. That's not coming down on Spotify, Amazon, Deezer, whatever. It's staying where it is. So let's go through the benefits of like doing the pro way. Right, okay. Single, so this will be where I'm looking at, and eventually to an album. So digital distribution, you get that all over the board. So when you do the album, you get that standard, so worldwide CD or vinyl distribution. So that's good, you get that standard, that's good. So what's the pro getting you? Make money from YouTube content, ID. Really good, get that standard if you were just to go for like the $10 single. Get your music on Facebook and Instagram stories. Brilliant, all across the board. Sync licensing, yup, standard, all around the board. Free pre-saves, brilliant. Boom, with Shoko, brilliant. Now, worldwide publishing royalty collection, that's where that comes in. So that, think about it, you're paying $20 to make all your royalties for your single or your album. Why would you not do that? Why would you not do it? Direct song registration with global royalty collection societies. No matter where your music's played, you're going to get that royalties, because you don't know what's going to happen to your music when you release it. Remember, you've got streaming from Spotify, Amazon. Again, your music, before you know it, you might release a single, it does really well, and before you know it, it just gets randomly into like the top 40, the top 20. I mean, imagine you were to get a number one, which isn't going to happen for somebody that's not signed to a label and stuff like that. But you never know; it might happen. You might get lucky. So we were speaking earlier about the licensing side of it. Imagine you put a single out. Somebody was like, "Oh, that's going to work for my film." They stick it in the film. The film does really well, and every time that film's played and it goes on Netflix, you get paid for that. But if you don't pay that $20 one fee, you're going to lose on, especially think of your album, it's $40 for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? It's nothing. You know what I mean? It's not worth losing the money out on, and they take 9%, right? So it's fair enough. It's one, I'm not paying it every single year. If I decide, you know what, this isn't happening for me, then I'm not tied for life. Let's see, direct song registration. With global royalty collection, so you get worldwide direct song registration, performing rights. That's an important one. You cannot get on Amazon, and again, think about trying to get your copyrights if you're not with like ASCAP, BMI and stuff like that. You need that stuff, and they do it all for you, and you don't have to. They just do it for you. $20 for a single. Pay them, get yourself registered, get your music where you need it to be. Like instant verification with Spotify for artists, that's a really good thing across the board, because what you could do is you could then claim your artist profile on Spotify, and instant verification with Apple Music for artists, even better. I didn't know there was an Apple Music for artists. I will need to get that app as well, because I use Spotify and Apple Music, so you'll be able to like claim your profile on that as well. But to get it on Apple Music, you'll need to have that. Access to our artist support team. I've been told that this is really good. So, for example, if you run into any issues or you want to ask any questions, they're seemingly meant to be really good and they email you back really quickly. So that's always a benefit. So upgrade a single for standard to pro for $20. Upgrade an album for standard to pro for $40. So it's kind of, I mean, think about it, it's really easy doing online distribution. So with these guys, you've got Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram stories, YouTube, all the places that you need to be. So you've got the distribution where you need it to be. It's on everywhere. They do it for you. And then you've got the marketing tools, with the show.co that I'm going to have to look in. Let's see, it's the same music marketing tools used by major artists like Maroon 5, Santana, Oasis. Yeah, maybe back in the day they used that. So your music can go further. So I've got a music marketing tool that I can use free of charge. I do the work for that. That's fair enough. And worldwide monetization. So once that's out there, single or album, they're going to get me all the money that I need. $20 a time or $40 for an album. It's nothing. Do it. Put it out there. Get the money from it. If it does something good, it does something good. But guess what? No matter what happens, you always have those licensing fees. You always have. If anybody picks up your song in the next 5 to 10 years, guess what? You've got it copyrighted. Guess what? If they use your song or they steal it, then you could go to Cdbaby and say, I need my money from that, and they'll get you the money for that, because you're with the right agencies. So it's a no-brainer. That's how you do it. I mean, think about this, right? No yearly fees, one-time fee with no annual fees. Now we just keep we keep just 9% of your digital distribution revenue, and you get all the remaining 91%. That's still good. 91%. You imagine, I'm not signed. You imagine my album was to do really well, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, want a record deal? I'll have a think about it. Well, why? Because, well, what are you guys going to do? I've already got myself on all the platforms. I've got loads of fans. So what are you guys going to give me instead? I'm making 91% off all my music, all my streams. So like, why am I going to want to change? So it's a really good thing is to do it properly and get your music out there and make the money that you're going to need. Now, there always is a catch, right? So I even forgot about it myself because of the way that they do their website. So you always need it. Now, this is really fly, right? So the UPC is required to distribute each submission. That's because every digital platform reports your numbers to blah 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 using the UPC. If you don't have one, you can get UPC from us for $20 per album and $5 per single. So it's right at the bottom. So you go, yeah, that's really good. TUNECORE gives you that UPC for free. So again, you think about it, you're going to be, so you're always $29 like one-off payment for your album. Then you'll be 40 quid to go to the, so it'll be $60 for the album to go to the pro release, and then you'd be an extra $20 per album for the UPC, which you need, and you can't get around it, you need it. So you'll be 60, so you'll be 80. So if you think about it, you're going to be $80 for your album, and you're going to be $50 for your album. And the good thing with TUNECORE is it's a one-off payment. So when you go to the pro side of it and you go and do their publishing, then it's a one-off fee, and you don't have to pay that fee to get all your royalties and get your music each time. So with Cdbaby, you have to pay every time to get the UPC, and you have to pay every time to go pro and to get your royalties back and have total monetization. So that's when it comes to a point where you're like, well, actually Cdbaby's actually more expensive, but it's a one-off payment. You got to think about it. It's a one-off payment. It's done. They'll do all the hard work for you. Both of them will do the hard work for you, but you do not have to pay Cdbaby every single year. That's a one-off payment. They will take 9% of your earnings, and know what? They deserve that 9% of their earnings, because they're going to try and push you. TUNECORE will try and push you, but they're kind of thinking, well, we're going to do all this work, and guess what? You might not actually like have any traction. You might not get picked up. You might not have many streams. We've put all that effort into getting your music out and giving you everything that you want for quite a small fee when you think about what they're doing. You think about how much this would cost to get somebody to do 10 years ago. You would need a record label to have all this to be done. So it's money wise, they're quite similar, and they've both got benefits to each. If you think you're going to do really well, then TUNECORE, you pay every year, but if you know that your royalties are going to amount way more than the yearly fee you're going to pay with TUNECORE, then probably best to go with TUNECORE. If you're somebody that's starting out, Cdbaby is probably the best platform for you to use. The both of them do the same thing. Both of them get your music out there. They sort out your publishing rights. But you've just kind of got to remember that if you go with TUNECORE, as much as the pro side of it, so the publishing side is $75 and it's a one-off payment, every time you have a single, every time you do an album, that gets added onto your yearly fee. So if I do 6 singles in an album, and then it comes around to do the second side of it and you're still not signed, then you do another 6 singles and another album. So you'll have 12 singles and 2 albums. So if it costs you, say, what did we say it was? 100, what did we say it was? 6 singles, albums, 110, 180, right? 120, right? Okay, so say like if you had that roughly, very rough top of my head, it's late and I can't be bothered doing the maths, so let's call it £250, right? $250. You'd be $250 roughly a year when you get to a point when you've had 12 singles and 2 albums, you're paying $250 a year. Now, oh my god, I'm so lazy. No, it's really bad. I'm actually quite good at maths, but I'm just so lazy. I'm so lazy. So if we say 250 divided by 12, right? So you're paying $20 a month. You break it down that way, it's not too bad. $20 a month, it's not bad. But with TuneCore, with Cdbaby, you can have one payment, and you're not having to pay that every single month. Or if you think about it, it comes out yearly, so it's not like you could do it. You might be able to put $20 a month away, but either way, it's going to get to a point where if you were, say, maybe like 2 years down the line, and again you've got 12 singles, 2 albums, you maybe release more. If you release more music on top of that, then you might be close to $300 in a year in one payment. I think that's the way it works, that it gets all added together and you pay it all as a yearly payment. And if you don't have that $250 to $300 sitting there, or even still if it's 6 singles and an album, if you don't have that money there, all the stuff's getting wiped and you have to start all from scratch. All the hard work that you've done all gets wiped and it has to be all put back up again, and you lose kind of all the stuff you've had. Where with Cdbaby, one-off payment and it stays on for life, and they're going to do all the hard work for you and you don't need to worry about it. You can pay it and that's it, done. So both have, I would say TuneCore's more for bigger artists, Cdbaby's more for people trying to start out. So I'm going to start off with Cdbaby, and I'm going to pay the $29.95, which I don't know what's that, like £25 in British money. So it'll be printed. Think about this, £25, right? Honestly, I've been more like on a meal in fucking Weaver's Inn, or like Weaver's Mill, or like even sometimes, honestly, like there's been times where it's like I went to like KFC and I've had like a sister-in-law with us and it's like, oh right, I suppose I'm getting her tea as well. Before you know it, it's like fucking really, it's like fucking £25 for a KFC. Think about that. Don't get the KFC, get some stuff out in the freezer and put out a release. And think about the value of that. So instead of going and spending money on something that's going to cost, that you're going to be finished in 5 minutes, you're going to get a release that's going to be sent out to 150 plus streaming services. You're going to have all the licensing, and you're going to have somebody that takes all the money that you make from that, sticks it right in your bank account, whether it be PayPal or straight into your bank account. They take 9% off it. You don't need to pay any more payments, and it is what it is. Your music's out there, it's been done, and you can also make some money off it as well. So let me see how long this video has actually been going on for, because I knew this one, right, okay. That's actually not too bad. I actually thought it was going to be like an hour and 20 minutes. So I wanted it to be under an hour. So we've kind of got there. So that's what I'm going to do. You've got DistroKid and you've got all these other distributors. But for me, it was a toss up between TuneCore and Cdbaby. And I've swayed myself more to Cdbaby. So I will be releasing that with Cdbaby. And when I do release the single, I will show you guys me actually going through the process of putting the song up and stuff like that. So I hope that's been helpful, and hopefully when you guys release your music, I've given you enough information for you guys to be able to make an informed decision on which one's best for you. So that's it from me today. It's bedtime now, and I'll probably have this up, I don't know, maybe a week to 2 weeks time, because I've still got another videos I want to put up. So thanks again, guys, for if you guys have sat there for 56 minutes and went through this entire thing with me, thank you so much. And if you have went through an entire hour with listening to just me, please do me a favour, subscribe, like, and follow me in this journey, because I'm not going anywhere else. This is what I'm doing. We're going to follow this journey from start to finish, and if you follow me, then you're going to be able to follow my journey, and you'll be kept updated on everything that's going on. So thanks again if you've stuck with me through the entire thing, and again, I'll see you soon, guys. Okay, Thanks.